Hello and welcome to the Edexcel GCSEs. These are the new styles that go from grades 9 through to 1. This is paper 1MA1/1H. It's the first paper in the higher tier. It is a non-calculator paper and we're picking up in question 12. Pressure equals force over area. Find the pressure exerted by a force of 900 newtons on an area of 60 centimeters squared. Give your answer in newtons per meter squared, and this is where they get you. We're given the area as 60 centimeters squared and we're expected to give our answer as newtons per meter squared. So we've got to convert newtons per centimeter squared into newtons per meter squared. Do a quick reality check. If we've got 900 newtons force acting on an area of 60 centimeters squared, if we want to maintain the same pressure, only this time over a much wider area, this time over 1 meter squared, we're going to need a lot more force to keep the pressure the same. So we're looking for a number that's going to be much bigger than 900. So if we get an answer that's really small, we know we've done something wrong with our calculations. Okay, so we're looking to convert 60 centimeters squared into 1 meter squared, and the biggest temptation here is to say, well, there's 100 centimeters in a meter, therefore I just multiply the 60 by 100. That would be wrong on a couple of levels. One, because we're trying to convert centimeters into meters, so we should be dividing, not multiplying. And second, because there's fewer meters in a centimeter than there are centimeters in a meter. There's 100 centimeters in a meter, but there's 1/100th of a meter in a centimeter, so that's why we're dividing, not multiplying. And the second big mistake is to think that a centimeter squared is the same as a meter square, is the same as a centimeter. Centimeter squared and centimeters are two very different measurements. A centimeter is just a line, so there's 100 centimeters in a meter. But a square centimeter is a square that is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So by the same logic, a meter squared is a square that's 1 meter by 1 meter. In other words, 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters. So there are not 100 square centimeters in a square meter. There are 100 times 100 square centimeters in a square meter. So we're actually not dividing by 100, we're dividing by 100 times 100. So our actual calculation is 900 newtons divided by 60, which the 60 itself has to be divided by 100 times 100. And that is our meters squared. So let's simplify this rather ugly fraction. So the first thing we can do, we've got 60 over 100 times 100. We can cancel those two zeros, so we've actually got 6 over 100 times 10, which is 6 over 1000. Now the question is, how do we get rid of this 1000 on the denominator of a denominator of another fraction? So if we could convert that 6 thousandths into just 6, that would make this fraction a lot more manageable. And we can do that simply by multiplying by the 1000. So we've got to multiply this by 1000, and the way we do that is to multiply the top also by 1000 to keep the fraction balanced. So if this is going to be times by 1000 here, we have to also multiply this by 1000. And again, hopefully you can see that we can just cancel that 1000 and that 1000. We're left with the same number we started with. We haven't changed the value by multiplying top and bottom by 1000. So 60 over 1000, that then cancels with that. And we're left with just 6 on the bottom. And we're left with 900 times 1000 on the top. So this whole thing simplifies to 900,000 divided by 6. Well, 9 and 6 are both on our 3 times table, so we can simplify this further. 6 is 2 times 3 and 9 is 3 times 3. So we're actually looking for a fraction that's now become very easy to do in our head. It's just 300,000 divided by 2, which is 150,000. If you couldn't get half of 300 is 150 in your head, then you could just divide it longhand, and you would do your 300,000 divided by 2, and you do 2's into 3 goes once. 1 times 2 is 2. Take that away, that leaves a remainder of 1. Bring down the 10, or bring down the 0. 2's into 10 goes 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. There's no remainder. Bring down the 0, and so on. Just make sure you get the right number of decimal place, the right number of zeros. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.